Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Now, here is George, following the miss by Porzingis. Good on the shot. George has got the first points up on the board for the Clippers. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent, which brings up a question these days. Why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
Rocket 2. Here's Hardaway, and he gets it to go from the high post.
How about that, mixing in the mid-range J. Hardaway finding some room out there to shoot one off.
Beverly against Doncic. Beverly looking around. Doncic against Leonard. Beverly wide open. No good from outside. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Hardaway passes to Finney Smith. Here's Doncic. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Nobody near Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. There's only so much you can do game planning for Paul George. The coach is just as concerned with PG's defense as he is with the scoring. Tremendously long and disruptive. We know that George is as good as they come at the defensive end. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that.
Curry passes to Doncic. Back to Curry. Doncic against Beverly. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded close. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 5. Hardaway kicks to Finney Smith. Back to Hardaway. Excellent D there from George.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Porzingis. Passes it to Doncic. No good on the shot.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Somebody else going.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny. Chance to look at stats for Kristaps Porzingis. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. averaging about 23 points per, 11 rebounds, and you talk about a difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
When you look at bigs, you talk to them about two key components: protect the rim and pound the glass. And intimidation, that helps too.
Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Mavericks trail by 7. On the wing, Doncic. To end the cold streak, that's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Outside, George. Shoots over Curry. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Porzingis against Morris. Curry trying to break free. And the shot goes in from Porzingis.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Missing.
To miss that shot, make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. George has got the ball, and it's George finishing it off.
You always talk about the first 2 steps in transition, and Paul George out quick and decisively that time.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Doncic outside. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Leonard against Hardaway. And it's Leonard missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's Porzingis. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
Yeah, Porzingis he was going to get that.
Beverly. Back up. Outside for George. Outside. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but
he's got to move on. Forget about this sequence. Him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Hardaway from outside. That one's not going to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come in fresh to win against the Warriors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Morris, no good. The Mavericks leading. Doncic kicks to Curry. They tee that time from Leonard.
The timing he shows there to challenge that shot.
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell every position defensively very seriously.
Now here's Leonard. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Morris, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The middle. Here's Doncic. Cross contact on the shot. And now play chances. He'll head to the line.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Easy to just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checking for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris. Lou Williams is in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. White, he's checked in for Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as a but it's a technical every time. I don't one specifically on defense. Playing
and he's on his and it's time to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Breaking the action, and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Clippers. Right now, they've acquired the second best record in the conference. And, of course, Dallas. Right now, they're 5 spots below them.
You know, for Los Angeles, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Now they've got a new set of goals, and those are all about success in the playoffs. That's where men are made. They've got to have their sights very high at this point when it comes to the postseason.
Doncic, no good.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
To end the run, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's so unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
He hit both from strike. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And guys, what impressed me most was passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And a sharp pass to that high percentage shot in close.
The Mavericks have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Clippers trail by 5. Jackson passes to Leonard. Looking to get back on track here. The Clippers keep it alive. Jackson misses. Here are the Mavericks now. They're on an 18-6 run. Right side. Back to Doncic. Over Williams. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
So it's the Mavericks now after the Clippers pick up 2. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. From deep. Tries again. And Marjanovic with the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Green dishes to Jackson. 52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The pass to Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Doncic. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Dallas leading by 4. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear, his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Here's Kleba. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Barea with it. Now Green defending. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Marjanovic. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. LA's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land. We got started tonight. And the wide open shot for Morris. His three-pointers off the mark. Barea surveying the floor. Pass to Burke. From deep three-point range. And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back right after this. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Reggie Jackson. Andrew Shamet is out there with Morris. And it's Green, and it's Williams at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Wide open look. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that matchup with the Blazers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, three prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, three great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket, no matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Falls, so he hits both of them.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Green kicks to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Jackson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first. Bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Now here's Barea. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Shamet. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Burke. Good work defensively by Morris. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Here's Burke, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Burke to Marjanovic. Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. Now here's Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And stolen by Burke. Fast break Dallas. The shot off that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Shamet finds Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial man candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
First free throw is good.
Lou Williams and that wisdom gives a boost to the confidence of the entire team. Someone the younger guys look up to.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Paul George, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Wright. And Curry subbed in for Trey Burke. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Beverly against Curry. Barea kicks to Porzingis. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Misses from short range.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here is Hardaway. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Porzingis. This is it to Kleba. He kicks it to Curry. Takes a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Over in the corner, Williams. Pass to Green. George with the ball. And the pass to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Green puts up a deep 3. But they recover it. And Beverly kicks to Green. Morris outside. 3-pointer. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks trailed by 5. Here's Curry. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Porzingis, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
A little shiftiness there in Porzingis' game as he welcomed the contact and then converted on top of it.
And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Here's Leonard. Steps back and dreams the jump shot. Leonard's got 10.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Outside Curry. Doncic against Beverly. Looking to end its cold spell. And the layup is good. And that's 10 points for Luka Doncic. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Zubac kicks to Beverly. Outside Leonard.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. The past month has been surreal. Averaging about 26 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
First one falls for him. Leonard hits them both. Dallas on 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Doncic against Beverly. Doncic, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Outside Hardaway. Curry against George. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Leonard looking around. Kicks it to Green. To the paint. George. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to. Just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Porzingis finds Curry. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas again missing. Clippers leading by 6. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
The shot by Curry, no good.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. They get a hand on it. Beverly against Curry. Pass to Doncic. Now Porzingis. And here is Doncic. 10 points for him. And he makes that one. Porzingis has got 9.
Yeah, you want Porzingis, especially with that kind of size, if you're the coaching staff, to go in and dominate on the glass. Do something on the interior. We're seeing that now.
Now here's Green. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. The feed now to George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. He kicks it to Curry. That's to Porzingis. Doncic trying to get open. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Curry.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The pass to Leonard. They kick it out to Green. George with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 9.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. And the rejection by Zubac. Beverly against Doncic. Now Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. The tray. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
I think it gets overlooked sometimes, but Kawhi put up some very good numbers from the three-point line.
Outside Hardaway. Feeds it to Curry. George. George has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The shot is good. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want now trying to play.
And so it's the Los Angeles with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the is all the difference in this one. Time now to go Aldridge from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter under.
2K Sports Show. Hey again, everybody. Exciting game, but still one half to play. Mark Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Close game for the Clippers throughout the little role in that opening period as they lead up as high as points. They just now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
And Shaq, what did you see in Dallas?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bulls, let's go.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Hardaway. Seth Curry is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position. Now, here is Morris. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Curry. Can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Jordan.
And shown effort and aggression in the paint. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And here are the Mavericks now. Clippers able to drain the 3. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Teardrop. They grab their own miss, but he stays with it. Here's Porzingis. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Porzingis has got 13.
And we're going to see a rotation now defensively of guys going at Porzingis because nobody can stop him. You're going to go small, you're going to go big. Either way, he's winning the battle.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Unstoppable. He has got it on automatic out there.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 17-point game. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Here's Porzingis. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on George.
Can't go in soft. You got to have intention when you go in there on the glass. And Porzingis wanted to beat everybody to the ball that time.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Well, Porzingis in the early part of his career has had some phenomenal first halves of seasons, and the second half has faded. Really just want to see a complete year from Kristaps Porzingis where he can dominate.
Now here's Leonard. Outside for George. Back to Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 6 assists here tonight. Mavericks trail by 16. Curry passes it to Hardaway. And here is Doncic. Six to shoot. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
George, team. Beverly with the ball. He has 5. From 17 feet out. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got assist number 5 here tonight. Curry looking it over. A second chance effort, and Doncic finishes inside. Doncic has got 12 in the game.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shots.
And Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Third quarter of basketball here. 3.5 minutes gone by. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
Curry against George. Over Curry. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 15 points for Paul George.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Here's Doncic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
And he anywhere.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What is you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate the game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Correa comes in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Williams. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Morris kicks to Jackson. Here's Shamet. The Mavericks pull it in. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now the pass to Porzingis. Now here's Barea. He's covered closely. Kleber, the pass to Burke. Outside, Porzingis. From deep. That shot off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other. Williams outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Mavericks trail by 15. Correa, the pass to Burke. Now here's Porzingis. And he's He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
In general, Kevin, Porzingis' size is problematic. The D is not going to have any option but to foul him.
The Mavericks have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Jackson. There's Williams. Pass to set up the lay-in. Williams has got 6.
It really doesn't matter who Williams scores, especially coming off.
Building one offensively. Pass to Burke. Away with a no good that time either.
He finds himself with so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Outside, Porzingis. Over Morris. Porzingis can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Kleba. 5 points in the game. That goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
Williams passes to Leonard. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's 31 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Burke finds Hardaway. Knocked away. Finish this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Barea. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Kleba. Barea against Williams. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis, and the shot is good.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Pass to Morris. Kicks to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. On the wing, Williams. The 3. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's Burke with the ball for the Mavericks. The pass to Hardaway. Now Barea. 6 shot clock. Jackson against Porzingis. Over Jackson. Some solid defense there from Jackson. 3-on-3. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Hardaway. And it's DeLon Wright in for J.J. Barea. The free throw drops for Jackson. The Mavericks have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Pass to Kleba. here is Wright. He's covered by Leonard. And Wright kicks to Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Los Angeles leading by 23. Now here's Green. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. The inside. Leonard. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
They are just killing them on the inside.
Burke, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Burke. Here's Marjanovic. Dishes to Wright. Outside, Porzingis. Off mark. And it's good. Points. Marjanovic has got his run. To Burke. Outside, Porzingis. 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that. Will retain possession. Well, from long range, this collection of point guards have caught fire in the second half of the season. Here are the 3-point numbers. Patrick Beverley is second. Lou Williams fourth.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooting.
Well, let's put the three-point percentage in a box for a second. It's the range that those guys have that really blows me away. I mean, just about anything inside of half court is doable for them. Those are some long-distance marksmen.
Here's Jackson. The Mavericks making the shot. Leonard draws the double. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Green finds Leonard. Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Burke. Pass to Marjanovic. The dish to Wright. Over Jackson. And the shot is long. Los Angeles leading by 21. Leonard kicks to Shamet. They could use a bucket. And it's Williams laying it in. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Lou Williams still has some nasty handles. I love him busting out some of those tricky moves from time to time.
Here's Porzingis. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Mavericks trail by 21. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Jackson. Then in at the center position. Just hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
One shot.
Free throw drops from Marjanovic.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it. And just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
And the pass to Doncic. The teardrop falls in.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Jackson. Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Over Green, and it's Dallas with another.
And really, Doncic can score from any area. His arsenal is very impressive.
Jackson kicks to Zubats. Back to Jackson. Outside, George fires the 3, and another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Wright. Lays it up off the glass. Wright's got his first 2 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Stolen away. Finney Smith passes to Marjanovic. It's good.
Unblockable shot unless they get a bigger man on him. And I'm looking at the roster sheet, Kevin. I don't see anybody bigger.
And here's George. Beverly for 3. Kleber with the rebound.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
On the wing, Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. The Mavericks rebound with the second effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
They cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops from Marjanovic. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Jackson. And Dallas also making a switch. Seth Curry, he's checked in for DeLon Wright. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Leonard hits them both. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Curry against George. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Curry. 20 points for Luka Doncic. Clippers leading by 14. Pass to Zubac. Looking for George. He gets it there. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Now, which ways tonight has Paul George not made an impact in this game? A one-man wrecking crew.
Here's Doncic. That 3 off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long. Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Now Curry. Passes it to Finney Smith. Out to Doncic. Pocket 6. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Morris. He dishes it to George. Curry against Morris. From 13. That one rolling around and rims out. Mavericks trail by 16. Here's Finney Smith. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Marjanovic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Leonard, and the shot goes in. Leonard's got 17 points here in the second half.
Steady strides in Kawhi Leonard being more and more comfortable as the go-to scorer for this team.
Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. There's the pass to Finney Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Leonard, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Marjanovic. Now Hardaway. Inside. Here's Doncic. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got 24 points.
And you see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Passes it to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Down low, here's Morris, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
To the paint, here's Doncic. The shot from the low post is good. 26 points for him.
Great quarter at the end, trying to will his team back in the game.
To the inside, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. He's covered by Leonard. It's tipped.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Zingas, he's in for Dallas. Leonard draws the double. George looking around. He kicks it to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 44.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get.
Mavericks trail by 18. Curry with it. Jokic outside. Right side Curry. Outside Hardaway. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending, and outspending smaller markets?
Take a break.
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Hardaway hits them both.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. has some nights where it just looks effortless for him to get out and get 20 points. It's nice when he rebounds and passes in those games as well, showing complete game.
Now here's Leonard. And no good. Good D by Hardaway. Jokic outside. Hardaway kicks to Kleber. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Doncic. Softly drops in the floater. Doncic has got 28 points for the game.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Now here's Maverick. Here's Zubac. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside Hardaway. The pass to Kirk. Out to the right wing. Porzingis finds Doncic. Shoots. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 26 points for George.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And the Mavericks call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Jordan player of the game, Paul George.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Kleber, the pass to Hardaway. Doncic against Zubac. Dallas moving the ball around. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic Doncic has got 30 points.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get them out of this hole.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Doncic comes with the double team. Here's Zubac. Sinks that one from the post. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile device protecting, so they might.
Now here's Curry. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
More and more polish from Porzingis. The defense off their feet. The rest is simple.
Porzingis. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:58 left in the fourth. Hardaway against Leonard. With the mark, and the layup is up and in. Leonard's got 46 points.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
It's by Dallas.
This is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for George.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Jackson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Lee's checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Wright in for Doncic. Shot clock at 5. They get it back.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Here's McGruder. Passes it to Mann. Patterson with it. From past the arc. Porzingis with the rebound. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jackson passes to Lee. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's McGruder. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
Particularly here at home.
He's bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Curry. He's out there with Luka Doncic. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Curry with it. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's George. First shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Finney Smith, covered by Morris. Doncic against Beverly. Doncic, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Beverly.
And the powerful frame of Morris. Difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Beverly against Curry. Puts it up from 12. Here's Zubac. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the 1 miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
The free throw drops for Zubac. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Doncic outside. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Dallas. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. From deep, George. Mavericks with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Curry looking it over. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Hardaway against Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Pass to Morris. Outside for George. It's good from about 19 feet.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. On the wing, Hardaway. Again, the Mavericks score. Here's Beverly. He had 15 points last outing. The dish now to Leonard. Second shot opportunity, and it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got 5 now.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Doncic. Porzingis trying to get free. Doncic, no good. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Here's Hardaway. After the Clippers pick up 2. Buries it from 3-point range.
Porzingis looking so confident taking these deep shots. He's a very dangerous threat from downtown.
And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Here's Curry. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Now Porzingis. 9 points last game out. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Now, here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Curry with the steal. The shot that time, not on target. George with the defensive effort. And Leonard has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 7. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
And so it's Dallas with it after the Clippers pick up 2. Curry against George. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Drops in the tray. Porzingis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Clippers leading by 6. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle, and a lot of their focus is their strategy going up against Paul George, who is a threat from distance and at the rim. You can't take everything away, but surrendering long twos is probably the safest plan.
All right, thank you, David. That one goes. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And a guy who was considered somewhat NBA ready when he entered the league. It's taken Morris a few years to get used to it, but now he's starting to be a consistent contributor.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. We asked us the other day, you and I, if you could choose one guard in the league to shoot a clutch 3-point shot for you, Clark, who would be your guy?
Ironically, they're both on the same team, Kevin. I would start with Steph Curry. I think he clearly is the guy you want shooting it. And then after that, I would go with Klay Thompson. There are a number of other guys, but Steph is a pretty good gap in front of most. And then I think Klay is just a notch or 2 below Steph.
I agree. Great backcourt. Lillard up in Portland, another one. There's so many great ones in the NBA.
Yeah. Lillard would certainly be on the 3-man list for sure.
Some changes. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright, he's checked in for Curry. And it's Burke in for Doncic. Now here's Wright. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Marjanovic. Dallas, no good that time either.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you can see the frustration on his face. You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Outside Hardaway. Right outside. The 3. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George, and the layup's good off the glass. George has got 6 points.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Now here's Wright. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Marjanovic. And here is Hardaway. 20 points for him last game against them.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Jackson, he's checked in for Paul George. Los Angeles leading by 10. Jackson kicks to Green. The pass to Williams. Here's Shamet. He had 10 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Now here's Burke. Following the miss by Lou Williams. Burke, the pass to Kleba. And here is Wright. He's covered by Leonard. And Wright kicks to Hardaway. To end the drought. And the three ball is good. Hardaway has got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Shamet on the wing. Now here's Williams. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Leonard. On deep. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks trail by 7. Burke with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Kleba. Shoots the 3. Green with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Over in the corner, Williams from downtown. The shot, no good. And it's Burke with the ball for Dallas. Passes to Marjanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Leonard. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. The shot will not fall. And it's Dallas the other way. Now Burke inside. Kleba. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Williams looking around. Here's Leonard. And that time, also a missed shot. Mavericks trail by 3. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Wright kicks to Kleba. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. LA's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 13.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
And here is Burke for 3. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, one way to generate more offense pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Barea is out there with Burke. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Cleveland in the four-man position. Now here's Burke. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here is Barea. He kicks to Burke. Sweet little floater. Burke's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. And it's Leonard missing.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Williams against Barea. For the three. Williams' shot is off. You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans, much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base, those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
Here's Jackson. The Mavericks making the shot. Outside Leonard. From 18 feet away. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Pass to Burke. Here's Barea. Lock at 6. In the corner, it's Kleba. A miss that time would have put him up. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Leonard's got 17 now.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And that one falls for Burke. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter. And that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control. And that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that. But there's no obligation to do
right.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Count the basket.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 1.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
Burke, the pass to Doncic. Over Beverly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. In the corner, it's Morris. No good on the 3. House has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Excellent D there from George.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
That's good from George.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And George drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Doncic against Morris. Doncic feeling it out.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Here's George, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Paul George. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from George. You and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the
numbers for Morris. Mavericks trail by 3. Now, here's Doncic. 12 points for him. Over Jackson. Doncic, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No good with the triple. Los Angeles leading by 5. Poked away. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 6 points.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A floater. It's good. 14 points for Luka Doncic. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. No good on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Sure. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Pass to Doncic. Over Beverly. No good off the back of the rim. Los Angeles leading by 3. And the pass to George. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Kleba from deep. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Beverly. Unable to get that one. Great tee that time from Curry. Hardaway for 3. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Tim Hardaway picks one up. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader. As you well know, Kevin, we actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Jermichael Green comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And George drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas.
think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
Beverly, the pass to Green. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's all evened up. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And they pick up 2. And it's 8 points for Marcus Morris.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
Marjanovic passes to Curry. Green against Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Marjanovic with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Hits the 3-point foul.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Pass to George. To the middle. Wants to get it to Shamet and does. Over Curry. And it's Shamet missing. Here's Dallas. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And the dunk by Porzingis.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Beverly kicks to Shamet. Here's Morris, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
And the first one comes.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Leonard comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Then for the Mavericks, Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. And Morris drops them both. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Barea dishes to Hardaway. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams against Barea. High arcing shot. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Right for 3. Morris with the rebound. Now Shamet. Shot from 16. They get the rebound. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 21 points and 4 rebounds. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, I love that they were forceful at the offensive end, and they got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. The strong attacking mindset, I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Curry. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking.
Now here's Beverley. Nothing out of the scoreboard for him. Leonard, that's for two. That's good on the jump shot.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Morris against Curry. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Beverley the pass to Morris. Shoots over Curry. Morris, no good. And so Curry will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by one. Passes it to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Morris. Pass to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly from outside off the mark. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and the one skepticism scouts had was his athleticism or lack thereof. And I think he's proven that's not necessary to be a great basketball player. And he's only getting better as he works with NBA trainers.
Now here's Leonard. 19 points in the game. Nails the 16-footer. Leonard's got 21.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
And Porzingis, here we go. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Beverley. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And you know, you heard about Doncic. Even if he's a step slow, he's always 2 steps ahead with his mental game.
You know, Kevin, that's a great point. Feel, savvy, experience, know-how. You know, he grew up playing against bigger, stronger guys, and that always serves you well as you go forward. So he understands how to create space and anticipate and feel how to get defenders off balance. I mean, he's just a special young player.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 5. Pulls it from 20. And too long on the shot. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. That one falls. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it, and he gets exactly where he wants to.
Morris against Porzingis. Over Morris. Porzingis can't hit. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Beverly the pass to George. That shot no good. And it's Dallas the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The three-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always just, thank you. Doncic, no good. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 10-2 run here. Beverly looking around. Kicks to Leonard. Let's go. A putback. It's good on the putback. Zubac has got 11.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Dallas calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Here. Jackson's checked in, and then for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Hardaway, and it's Burke in for Seth Curry. The pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic against Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. On when you see that step back three point for Doncic, shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what they say, Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly is top notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
First free throw is good.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
He's perfect from the line this time. And it's the Clippers ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Jackson. Now Zubac. Burke covering. The fadeaway. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Shot is good in the Los Angeles lead. Down now to just 5 on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. He dishes it to George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 18 points for George. Mavericks trail by 7. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Trying to find Burke. Gets it to him. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Doncic from just inside the baseline. Doncic has got 25 points.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him. Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
Leonard laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Every time he gets scored during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Burke the pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. 4 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Clippers leading by 7. And Leonard has it in the corner. The three-pointer no good.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, we've talked about, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender. And that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
Now here's Burke. He has 6. Passes it to Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Morris. Lou Williams is subbed in for George. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Trey Burke. Now here's Leonard. He's got 27. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
When he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
And he knocks down the first one. Leonard hits them both. Mavericks trail by 8. Doncic passes to Wright. Down low. And it's in there.
Got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
And Los Angeles guys shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling. Shamet with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Shamet on the wing. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that one drops.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Now here's Barea trailing here by 8. Doncic, no good. To the middle. The kick out to Williams. Again, the Clippers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Kleba. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Doncic. Here's the rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Nice D from Doncic.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Wright kicks to Marjanovic. Correa looking for an opening. Here's Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
Oh, it's been a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way, but he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Correa, the pass to Doncic. Over Williams. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Correa, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And finished off by Leonard.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now, here's Marjanovic. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And that one is good. Berea's got his second basket of the night.
You know, Barea is extremely fast. He explodes to the basket whenever he sees a lane available.
Correa against Jackson. To the inside. Missed inside.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And so it's Los Angeles with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Mavericks. It's a 16-point game. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Wright, also Seth Curry out there. Marjanovic is out there with Hardaway. And it's Kleba in at the 4. The Clippers shooting at 51%. Really solid. A three from Leonard. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got 42 in the game.
One triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Curry passes to Wright. And Curry, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
Williams against Wright. The shot by Williams, no good. Mavericks trail by 17. The pass to Hardaway. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played.
Skilled at scoring in a variety of ways. I mean, give Hardaway Jr. these looks, and he's happy to oblige.
Pass to Leonard. Now here's Williams. Plenty of space. That shot off the mark.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Wright looking around. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. Back to Marjanovic. 5 on the clock. Leonard with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
And Wright kicks to Kleba. Passes it to Hardaway. Outside Curry. And the 3 off target.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Morris checked in for the Clippers. And Dallas with a change here too. Porzingis is checked in. Mavericks trail by 17. Outside Curry. Porzingis trying to get free. Curry passes to Porzingis. Yep, that one goes.
Boy, I like what Porzingis shows there. Excellent. Staying with the shot even under pressure.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Paul George, he's checked in for Lou Williams. The Mavericks also with a sub. Finney Smith's checked in. A free throw off from Porzingis.
Comparisons being drawn between Kristaps Porzingis and Dirk Nowitzki for their height and skill level. Understandably so, and in many eyes, fitting that Porzingis is now a Dallas Maverick.
Now here is George. Yep, that one goes in there. George has got 22.
Boy, when George is this aggressive with his offense, it's a sight to behold when he gets rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
Here's Hardaway. Outside Curry. 6 to shoot. Over Leonard. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And Clark, looking at those two players you just mentioned. Nowitzki, 7 foot tall. Porzingis, 7'3".
Yeah, you take a look at those guys, and the difference really, I think, is the athleticism of Porzingis. He moves a little better. He bounces a little higher. And as he's gotten stronger, I think center might be his natural position, whereas Dirk is really better suited to being a power forward.
Zubac is checked in for Green.
Ivica Zubac.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Back to Leonard. Pass to Morris. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks trail by 19. To the left wing. Right, the pass to Hardaway. Great D that time from Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Right, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Wright. Outside Curry. Finney Smith passes to Curry. They need this one, and Finney Smith gets it to go.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now here's Beverly. Inside. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 6 assists here tonight. Mavericks trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Ball's knocked loose. Morris with the ball. Now right defender. Moving it up. And Paul George again. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
White dishes to Hardaway. And the Mavericks call time here. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important. Business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Jokic is checked in for Wright. And here is Curry. Here's Doncic. He gets that one. Doncic has got 27 points.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
Here's George. And the dunk by Zubac.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebound is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now here's Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to get it going. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Beverly, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
The first free throw is good.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles, plays hungry, and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3". When you add in his skill level, that's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's Dallas with the Clippers getting the bucket.
They've shown some strength today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Curry. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Curry passes to Porzingis. Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt. About a week to 10 days. You're in another country, but it's great for the game, and it's great for the fans in those countries.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Jackson comes in for Hardaway. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Barea subbed in for Doncic. A nice shot by Barea.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team-first attitude on display.
Now the pass to Williams. With the floater, that one good for two. And the Mavericks with possession here. Now here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Once Porzingis gets some momentum, just get out of the way.
Clippers leading by 21. Outside Williams. Porzingis with the block. Knocked away. Stolen by Noah. Outside Williams. A minute 50 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Patterson. There's the triple. Knocks it loose. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jackson. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Barea. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA is through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game, not just coaches but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Well, guys, this is really a contest. Just a total obliteration. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the
definitely a competitive game, and we'll fun through it each step of the way.
Performance and the effort and intensity, this was a well-deserved win.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And we watched one guy all night long, guys. Look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
This is to Zubac. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Doncic finds Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of, thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
Hindi lang dumagdag mula nung 9 months. Ay, tambay dyan. Isang euro tayo, hindi maalis.
League-wide scoring is on the rise. Offensive basketball is really being played.
Really, Kevin, we are treating
Rematch ka na. Ba't kahapon sayang, 1,000. Rematch ulit na.
Seth Curry is out there with Doncic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at power forward. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Curry. Porzingis against Zubac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers ball. On offense, here are the Clippers. Outside, George. There's the pass to Zubac. Outside for George. The offensive rebound. Zubac, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Stolen by Beverly. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him with a lot of blocks like that one.
So it's the Clippers now. And it's Leonard at the elbow. And the shot goes down.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Doncic feeling it out. Misses the three.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Doncic against Beverly. Leonard inside, and he comes up with the deuce. Leonard's got his second basket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes on, their chances of winning rise exponentially. Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Beverly dishes to George. From the top of the key, again, Los Angeles.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Curry against George. To the paint, here's Finney-Smith.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that one.
Could, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Clippers leading by 6. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Rick Carlisle.
Thanks, Kevin. Expect this to be an inside-out kind of game. This team has a lot of shooters who can really get going once they hit a few. We'll see if they can get on a roll from out there. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Doncic outside. This one for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Dallas where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Marcus Morris. Porzingis against Morris. And the rejection by Zubac. Now here's Beverly, guarded by Doncic. Beverly against Doncic. Now here's Beverly, guarded closer. He gets it in there.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against Golden State.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it. But you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Tim Hardaway picks one up. And he's known as the Claw. Kawhi Leonard doors with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
That free throw good from Leonard. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you in your voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Now here is Hardaway. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Here's Hardaway. Tries from 16. Morris with the rebound.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him. Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Beverly looking around. Pass to Morris. Dishes it to George. Doncic with the steal. Poked loose. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Well, a key part of any shooting guard's job is to bury the three. For this group, that's been their MO since the midpoint of the season. Look at Curry, a dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
You don't want to get into a three-point contest with any of these players. The range we see among that group is beyond belief. Even against the tightest of coverage, no shot is a bad shot for any of them.
Doncic against Beverly. Passes it to Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 10 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
Now, here's George after Luka Doncic's miss. And here's Leonard from 3. Again, Leonard missing. Mavericks trail by 14. Now, here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game, so many offensive skills in his toolkit. Lock at 6. Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Finney-Smith's got his second basket of the night.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Beverly. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
On the wing, Doncic. From the baseline. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Leonard, no luck.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Has to Kerr. Doncic outside. Over Beverly. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. And that's now 6 points for Luka Doncic. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. Now Burke, after the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson. Here's Kleber. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Hardaway, no good. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. 9-point game. The pass to Green. Leonard kicks to Green. Here's Williams. And it's good from the elbow. And the Clippers lead by 11.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Pass to Wright. Outside Hardaway. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Wright.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Leonard, that's for 2. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
To the inside, Marjanovic, and it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers leading by 6. Right side, Leonard. Can't get it to fall.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now, here's Burke. still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jackson from long range. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Wright looking around. Poked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Morris. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson finds Leonard. Here's Shamet. Burke grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 9. Hardaway passes to Burke. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
Now Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy is a playmaker, was a driving force for that offense.
Now here's Leonard. From deep. But they'll get another chance. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've got their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
Mavericks trail by 7.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clear picture into the overall health of their athletes.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Burke, also J.J. Barea out there. Marjanovic is out there with Wright, and it's Kleba in at the 4. Here's Burke. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Barea, no good. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
Now, here's Barea, following the miss by Lou Williams. Pocket 4. Marjanovic kicks to Barea from deep three-point range. Another miss by Barea.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so here is Dallas after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. In the corner, right with it. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 12. Jackson misses. The Mavericks have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Barea, the pass to Wright. Burke with it, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's the teardrop.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the sights with that 7'3" wingspan.
Took him no time at all on that one. Williams has got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Williams passes to Shamet. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Burke. It's stolen by Green. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Shamet. Finished off the break. Shamet's got 7 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Correa with it. Now defending. Correa against Green. Off with the layup. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league. Active on the offensive glass there.
Correa, the pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. Rotation, my goodness.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Mavericks trail by 8. Correa surveying the floor. Inside. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Trey Burke. If I were to ask you right now in the league, who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back 3 will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
He misses the free throw.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Green. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And then for Dallas, Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Corey and Finney-Smith comes in for DeLon Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, George, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, what an ugly start to this quarter. Only 1 of 8 from the field.
Here's George. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Doncic, no good.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Now, here's Zubac. After Luka Doncic's miss, shot clock at 5. Here's Jackson. That shot from the wing. Jackson's got 6 points.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Here's Finney-Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now. George. That one doesn't drop. And Dallas the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Clippers leading by 17. And George.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
Passes it to Porzingis. Perea with it. Pass to Doncic. Fires the three. Good, and it's Perea who picks up the assist. Perea's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, the Slovenian delivers from deep. Luka Doncic lets his outside shot set up his well-rounded offensive game.
Now here's Jackson. Shoots over Perea. Jackson misses. Here's Perea. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Knocked loose. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Curry subbed in for J.J. Perea. Porzingis, that's a 2, and that one goes.
A slight rebound advantage. More column in there. It's all adding up.
George with the bucket.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Porzingis can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 18. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Outside, Porzingis. Just 4 to shoot. Releases from 15. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter. LA's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Dropping up there for them. Here's Zubac. Curry brings the double. Here's Beverly. Does not find the basket. His 3rd miss. He's made just 1 so far. Down low, Porzingis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Doris, given how much of last season he missed and how early he came into the league, Porzingis a lot younger than people think.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. Think about it. He becomes an all-star at the age of 22 and one of the more recognizable faces in the league. It is truly scary to think that in a few years, KP could be miles better than where he is today.
And he makes the first. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. You think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
Now here is Hardaway. After the miss from Reggie Jackson. Good from Finney Smith. And here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. Here's George. You don't get that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
And the energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? right, Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the
Here's Jackson. He has 6. Here's George. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Beverly against Curry. Shoots over Zubac. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. Now Beverly. Production averages almost 8 points a game. Jackson with it. To stop the drought. Good on the jump shot. Jackson got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Curry against Beverly. On the wing, Doncic. And it's Dallas with the...
Luka Doncic right now cooking. This guy's got his rhythm, and he's making it hard on the defense.
Clippers leading by 12. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Pass to George. And George with the stop.
I didn't think the pick would work that way.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Curry's shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for him in rebounding after that one.
Jackson dishes to George. From the arc. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What you like about Kawhi Leonard, efficient in everything he does. Rarely does he take an extra dribble, doesn't take bad shots, passes in the right position to make the play.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. His fingerprints all over this one.
Finding his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica, Marcus Morris, Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's out there for the Clippers.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. George looking over the floor. Over Doncic. Misses off the left iron.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but
and Finney Smith gets it.
Ball to give him a clean look. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And that one's good. Leonard got 16 points.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all three levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
Now here, he's got 13. Over Beverly. Finney Smith. A good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. He's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Feeds to George. Morris outside. All sorts of time. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
To keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
It's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career, and what you did?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Kev.
A nice shot by George. And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Passes to Finney Smith. He dishes it to Curry. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas again missing.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like this, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Beverly, the pass to George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 6 in the quarter. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Finney Smith kicks to Curry. To the wing right side. Porzingis against Morris. Kept alive. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 7.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
And the Clippers call time here.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Shamek comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Matt Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. White, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Hardaway. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
Well, in today's NBA, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll, and Hardaway doing work right there.
Williams passes to Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Kleber's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to right. Burke with it. It's covered by Shamet. Leonard with the steal. Williams dishes to George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Right outside. Excellent deep there for Williams.
I'd say everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Green kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
Here's Burke. Outside Hardaway. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
Hardaway hits them both.
You see, to me, guys, for Tim Hardaway Jr., there's still another level for him to reach. He has proven that he can be a big-time scorer. To me now, it's about consistency and doing it night after night after night.
Right for 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. The shot misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And here is Burke. Kleber with the bucket. Kleber's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Outside Williams. Leonard draws the double. Over in the corner, Green. Los Angeles with another miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
To the middle. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Shamet. He's got 7. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. He's off from 17 feet.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Burke looking over the floor. The pass to Marjanovic. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Marjanovic has got it back down to single digits for the Mavs. The Clippers shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. George, that's a 2-pointer. Misses off the right iron.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now, here's Burke.
Here's Marjanovic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And 74%, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops from Marjanovic. J.J. Barea is checked in for Hardaway. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Left side, Leonard trying to end the drought, and it goes down 2 points. Leonard's got 20.
And the game of basketball is one of runs, and right now this one's definitely not over.
Here's Burke, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
George against Wright. Nobody near George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Now here's Burke, defended by George. Wright outside. Back to Burke. 5 on the clock. Marjanovic down low. He's covered by Shamet.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
And George gets it to go.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Now here's Burke. Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Clippers leading by 5. George passes to Green. Now Shamet. He has 7. Let's a floater go. Barea pulls it in. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 20-6 run. Down low. Marjanovic, no good. The Clippers shooting here about 46% for the game. To the inside. Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Outside Williams to the paint. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Right, the pass to Marjanovic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Marjanovic has got 20.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Williams, and the layup's good off the glass.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to.
So for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for George. Patrick Beverly comes in for Henry Shamet. And it's Jackson in for Williams. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for DeLon Wright. Seth Curry, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. here's Porzingis. He's got 7. 52 seconds left in the third. Doncic against Jackson. Outside Leonard. Green against Porzingis. Green kicks to Morris. Pass to Leonard. Deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here is Doncic over Jackson. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Doncic.
There's no defense for that. Sometimes Doncic just hits tough shots.
Leonard looking around. No good on the triple. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. On the court for the Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Curry. And it's Finney Smith in a 3 spot. Doncic outside. It's stolen by Morris. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Wide open. Off target with his 3.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And the basket is good. And that's now 9 points for Porzingis.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis has any number of tools on the offensive end, but a nice high percentage look there.
And rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Curry. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers leading by 5. Outside, Green. Beverly against Curry. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson in the corner. Offline with his 3. Mavericks trailed by 5. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown. Morris outside. Zubac with it. Back to Jackson. 5 to shoot. It's up a 3. Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Dallas no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 5. Pass to Zubac. On the wing, Jackson. Now here's Beverly. On the wing, Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot doors becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility. And the first one goes. Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch four.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Morris drops them both. Mavericks trail by 7. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. And here's Porzingis for a 3. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Inside, Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
Here's Doncic. That 3 off the mark.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Now here's Jackson. Tight defense on him. It's rebounded by Dallas. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Hardaway. Leonard against Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Basket counts.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Leonard against Hardaway. Fades away. And that one hits back iron. Mavericks trail by 4. Curry passes to Hardaway. Kicks it to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Defended by Beverly. Pass to Hardaway. Now the pass to Porzingis. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. 14 points for Porzingis.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive play.
Making a switch here. George is checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. And he's pushing them to empty the game. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Here's Hardaway. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
And here's Beverly. Morris kicks to George. Down the arc. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Leonard with the steal. Lob pass to George. Lays it in off the pretty view.
What you love about Paul George is if he understands he's got his game in rhythm, he's going to stay aggressive.
Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic bounce pass. Porzingis finds Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Now here's Curry. And the rejection by Zubac.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Here's George again with Clippers.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Doncic passes to Curry. Now Porzingis. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
One shot.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Well, what a pleasure to have a 7-footer who you can play through, because Kristaps Porzingis, that nice shooting form, carries over to the free throw line. That is crucial.
Now, here's Zubac. Now Beverly. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Doncic against Morris. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Curry. Outside, Porzingis. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is Morris. Shoots over Curry. Goes back up. And it's Zubac laying it in. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
George against Curry. Right wing. Here's Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Now here's Porzingis. With the teardrop. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Doncic.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Leonard, the pass to Beverly. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Luka Doncic.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Mavericks making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleber with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Dallas calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy. present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Kleba, the pass to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 8. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Curry. Outside, Porzingis. Doncic outside. 5 on the clock. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Doncic has got 8 points here in this quarter.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Leonard, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Doncic. And no good that time. PT that time from Leonard. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly for 3. That shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Outside Curry. Passes it to Porzingis. He kicks to Doncic. Shoots over Leonard. Doncic, no good. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Leonard, no luck. Mavericks trail by 8. Curry looking it over. Here's Kleba. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Porzingis comes with the double team. Morris kicks to Leonard. Outside, George. He feeds it to Leonard. Rebounded by Hardaway. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Offensive rebound, Porzingis. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
Shoot 2.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Porzingis comes with the double team. Here's Zubac. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hardaway against Leonard to the left side wing. Beverly for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 1. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead. So you've got to draw up play to make it happen.
Here's Doncic. For the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Lou Williams, you guys made shots down the stretch. How did you battle back and get this win?
I think we did a great job of staying confident, staying in the moment, and really believing that we can win this basketball game. Tonight, it worked for us.
It surely did, Lou. Thanks very much. Kevin?
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it.
Okay, guys. For watching.
Greg Anthony, Doris Burke,
Bye.
This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.